someone here actually knows what's going on with these lorries. We're somehow back at the trucks talking to this old woman, trying to find out who actually is up to no good and who's not.
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music, her eyes looking at nothing in particular.
I am like completely positive she's going to somehow lead us back to the first lorry driver we talked to, the guy who's not very nice. Also, we know she's not on any kind of... I'm really tempted to do a second run where we go all in on the supernatural, because we can't hear the music she can, but she's convinced there's music here. We're going to get her attention again.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
So we're going to ask a dumb question, knowing the answer already. We're going to ask if she's the lady driver, but we know she's not. The lady driver's much younger.
Did you just call me a lady, Jerife?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
The malevolent cackling? That's how you describe a witch's laugh.
I'm a lady like you are, Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
Okay. We actually took a hit to our morale. We took damage there. Like one more of those and we die.
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
So tell us who the other lady driver is in these parts. You know what we're asking.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
So small bit of breaking the fourth wall here. I messed up the recording for this conversation, and I had to come back and redo it to get to this moment. And when I did it the first time when it was messed up, I didn't take that damage to my morale. Instead, she gave some creepy line about, she gave some really creepy line about going through towns, ghost towns with her train on the tracks, like people disappearing as she went. She started talking about missing genitalia. Like it was like completely just a fever dream. But because we missed the check that we didn't even know we missed, it must be some kind of passive check that we rolled the dice and lost on. We took that hit to our health. Very interesting.
Awesome.
We're gonna top off our health so we don't die. On the left there in the blue. Yep. All roads lead back to the big boy. The whole time, he knew exactly what we're asking. He knew the answer. We're not quite good enough to like intimidate, persuade, or ask the right question to get to the right answer. Like if we were a little better at our job one way or another, I really feel like we could have gotten through quite a few of these dialogue checks. We're falling a little short here in our endeavors. And he's not going to be helpful until he is, and it's going to be exhausting.
Looking for something, Odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You and I both know that you gave me bad intel for what I was actually looking for.
I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He has like a big smile, and I'm like, what are you smiling about, stupid?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Really?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
Hey, yo, what?
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him.
Go on.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Interesting, this guy knows that the local organized crime is completely running the union, huh?
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. multi-ethnic drug addicts.
So we know this guy doesn't like people who have a family history of multiple ethnicities, right? And we know he doesn't like drug addicts. So Kim is really trying to work him here. Like, this dialogue is absolutely going to get a response.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
He doesn't know anything.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Come on, Kim. Hit him with that persuasion.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Here we go.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
Yeah?
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Oh, Kim putting the binders on, just pinching.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lorry driver tries to light a fresh cigarette. His hands are shaking. His sentence unfinished.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Yeah.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
We have a 28% chance to get this one. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. Like, sure fucking is. Hell no. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fucking...
I'm just trying to see if I can punch through any dialogue here.
Someone with sure fucking is. Goddamn. Trusting street
To
thugs
get any
with
kind
their
of a
goods
buff,
is going
I don't think we're
fuck
going to
them
be
up.
able to.
Not the most popular topic. I'm not the people who've studied this thing. So, lately, the problem?
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the keeps of Boogie. It's true. Also, you need to hear good. If
Lieutenant Kitsaragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this.
There it
turn
is.
of
So
events.
because we pretended to be racist with them, Kim is mad, but our chances went from 28 to 42.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me her truck now.
fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
Oh, we grabbed him by his shirt.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
We're gonna threaten his truck. He loves that more than his life.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
Probably not.
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
All right. We are going to talk to Kim while we're here. As we know he's mad.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? Or were you just trying to win his confidence?
We're trying to win his confidence, Kim.
I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. A lie may be useful in the short term, but I have a way of catching up with you later.
I really love this interaction.
We know a lie, sire. And it
And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business, but be careful. Now let's move on.
I love this interaction with Kim, right? He knows that we said something Said something he really doesn't disagree. We said something he strongly disagrees with. However, he confronts us about it and says, "Hey, this is not cool. What are you doing?" Love that. All right, here's the truck.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers.
Let's pull the handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Really?
There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Oh, I see. Maybe I'll try and figure this out in post. Sometimes a handle on a vehicle like pulls out and away from the vehicle, and sometimes the handle goes into the vehicle door, so there isn't something to like pop off. I'll try to remember if I can in post put something there just so that makes more sense, because I think that is like a very special detail. What do you think, Kim? What should we do?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
All right, let's grab our pry bar. Here we go.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain.
Oh my goodness. There's a 17% chance we do this. We are not very physical. Remember we're the thinker?
Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
We're a thinker, okay?
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
We hit it again.
Another futile thunk sounds in the brisk coastal air.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Lieutenant Kim takes the pry bar from us and gestures for us to step back, give him some space. Then, with a very short warning,
he smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
we open the door.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat.
We check the posters first.
These are movie posters. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Let's focus on the smell.
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably Grenade number 5.
Let's study what we can see here on the posters.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera.
Wow.
This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
Oh no, what happened at this tragic, untimely death?
She wasted away in a drug den called The Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street. A mixture of the actresses and the rare actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the
let's
dashboard,
check
and
the
a toolbox
pedals.
sits. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Sandpaper?
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Weird.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Remember, Kim likes his cars.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter.
We're going
in
to pull out
front,
the toolbox.
And a metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
We unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
We pick up the paper that fell out from the newspaper that was inside the toolbox of the truck.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Interesting.
It's an issue. It looks like a...
The Ulan frequency system?
We
I've
put the
never heard of
toolbox
that
back.
before.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
All right.
The
Let's
rest is
examine
as it
the
was.
radio.
Radio, posters, a trace
Really
of
quick, could
motor
we
oil smell
switch-
under
no,
all the
okay.
cigarettes.
All right. Radio time.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed.
Man, we
Likely
just-
by the missing lady
We just ended
driver.
up with more mysteries, right? The toolbox is empty, all the tools on the floor. But the toolbox isn't empty. All the tools are out of it, but it has a newspaper. And in the newspaper, a note. And in the note, a secret radio network. And we open the radio, but the radio's got a secret key that's missing. Oh my goodness, the mysteries just keep unfolding.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It's a distraction.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
What about your favorite station, Kim? Is he here?
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting
Why
that.
would anyone need so many radio stations, Kim? What do you think?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
Hypothetically.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Well, anything we can do with this radio while it's locked?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Dude.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and these, one of them. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy. The
Yeah.
actress, she wastes the remnants of a sweet juice. The actresses.
I'm just
and the
double
rear actor,
checking.
You wedge, but sandpaper adds.
Sandpaper?
The movie stars are still smiling from the. You close the rusty old lorry
Yeah, there's
door.
nothing. We shut the door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Sure, Kim. We'll talk to Kim. Did we lose our crowbar when he took it? No. Okay. Let's put our bag back in case we can pick something up. Check our notes here. We're going to talk to Kim, see what he has to say.
All right. We've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found. So we don't do it in front of the company rep.
What do you think, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Agreed.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Or it's only 2 or 3 people and all those stations are just a distraction.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
How do you think this is connected to the Union around here?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose.
Remember, Everett Clare is... He's the current leader of the Union. He has a twin brother. They take turns sharing... They take turns who's in charge, but they come from a background of organized crime. And they're very corrupt.
My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
I don't know if I can do that, Kim. That's tricky.
In short, this is a future angle, possibly a good one.
Think the movie posters are a clue of any kind?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe it's connected to the film industry.
I'm going to say no. As elegant as
Maybe
they
the
are,
trader loves
I don't think
movies.
that- yes, well, as elegant
Maybe the
as they
trader
are-
loves women.
Yes, well,
All right.
we should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Interesting.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Anything else, Kim?
Debrief over. After you.
We're going to talk to Kim again, it says.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Kim, I don't have anywhere to go.
We should take care of that, then.
Yeah, I don't have the money to fix the alleged damages.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
You heard that? An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. Where are you sleeping, Kim? All right. So Kim says we should try and negotiate. We can try. I don't think that's the most likely series of events, but maybe. I do want to note it's 10:04 p.m. at night, right? 22:04, and quite a few of these characters have disappeared, except the gardener who doesn't garden anything. So it would seem. There are quite a few more people in here, though. That's interesting. This late at night, they're all in here? No one we can talk to. Or interact with, really, that we haven't already quite a few times. Wonder if this door is open now.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock.
We try and push the door.
The door does not budge.
We touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface, old cobalt paint. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined.
Interesting.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
There might be something relevant to the investigation, Kim. We're literally 10 steps from the murder.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
Very different dialogue now that we have Kim here. We want to keep this guy with us.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this.
All right. Good enough. So, one new person we can talk to, it looks like, is actually sitting at the bar. Who's this? Mind.
Can I help you?
I want to talk about the door.
What thing?
I noticed the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Right.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Why isn't anyone there?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Ah, so he knows more.
They probably fucking killed that guy or something.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
What's up with the mystery door in the kitchen?
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it.
Really?
It's just a door.
Open it up.
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Frit warehouse, probably.
There's a door directly into your kitchen that's locked and you don't know how to open.
Or some boring storage space.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Yeah, something's back there, dude.
Fine, okay, a little. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Interesting. I bet the cook has one.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Oh, okay, reaction speed. The money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
No.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something. Let's let him say something.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
True.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking. I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of the... Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key.
Oh,
will
okay.
open the
See, I
lock.
was asking, why can't I just open the door?
Not until you bring me...
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay, hold on. So we have a key to get us into our room, but he says it doesn't matter. And okay, there's kind of a lot going on here. We have a key to get into our room, but he says it doesn't matter if you have a key simply because all the rooms have two components to the lock, right? But Kim said there's something here that could help.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Okay.
Transport enclosure. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps. are stacked
Hubcaps?
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Thanks.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
All right, let's go quick. It's getting really late. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're priced at 200? Interesting. So we have 130 in damages. This will get 200. That'll cover it. Very curious. All right, here's the pawn shop, I think. Well, this might solve our problem for one night, but we'll still need to be, like, I guess, out picking up bottles for this, the second night. All right, there he is.
Officer, the flashlight, please.
I forgot.
Greetings on this fine night. The pawn shop is always open.
We want to sell something.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps.
Yes, these are very, very good.
No one was defrauded, or...
Of course, I meant...
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
58% chance we catch if he's on drugs or not. We'll go for it.
Nope, still no clue. You obviously haven't
All
been doing
right.
enough drug.
All right, so we should be able to pay for the damages, it says. Interesting. So, we kept 130, and Kim here kept 70, which is good, I think. I guess hypothetically, we could still try and work some angles here For example... Okay, quick sell here still.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk in.
Guess we had like 8 bottles or something. We could try and just sleep somewhere that isn't in that room, right? I just wanted to go down this way really quick. Revachol Industrial Harbor. Oh, there aren't like a million dudes standing here, like riding. Make sure there is anything too relevant. Since everyone apparently went to sleep, we still need to... This case of strike, press button. Alright, there's a big boy here with tattoos we can talk to. We're gonna skip that, it's very late. And what about this door here? Oh, it's a big locked door. Hermetically sealed. Curious, okay. Alright. Let's go pay for a room for the night and move the day forward, I think. It's about time for that, right? You know, it says on the bottom right there, it's day 1.
Hello again, officer.
It's very late, you're
How
still
often?
here.
I'm a night hawk. What can I say?
There's a little meanness in that smile.
Weird. You know, I know it's very late, but one thing we haven't done is gone back here at all. I've been kind of avoiding this.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Anything else of note while we're here really quick? All right, I wanted to check out this.
This trash container is locked.
We're going to break the lock if we can. And tools. All right, well, let us pop it open now.
This trash container.
All right, we're going to look at whatever this is. Okay, smells bad. I want to see if there's any way to, like, get into the back room.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
What is this?
It's nothing. Glad you asked. When junior researcher...
All right,
Olari
58%
Tar
chance we can get
invented
through this
heat
roofing.
Because it's nice and rhythmic pattern. Calms you.
Yeah, we missed it apparently. We really can't get through it.
An inconspicuous... It's nothing. It's nothing. Someone just...
All right, so we can't interact with it because we failed the check, it looks like. We're going to inspect these tracks quick.
There are several footprints in the mud.
What kind of
Left
boots?
by heavy worker. Isn't this something an industrial worker
Lieutenant,
would wear?
look.
Noted.
And 72% chance we get a visual
Maybe
calculus.
more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back. 1. Standard work boot. 2. Standard work boot. 3. Hobnailed work boot. 4. Standard work boot. No, you don't know. 5. Another stand. 6. An impossible to tell. You're not bad. 7. The
Okay, so we're
blown
just
out
counting the
8.
different
And
footprints.
yet another.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia.
You see
Do you
anything out of the ordinary?
ordinary?
Number 41 might have been a woman.
A woman or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I just know.
Understood. Anything else?
And a heavy one.
200?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of
Possibly.
But why?
Yes, they could have used the makeshift. You have a point there.
Okay,
No,
I'm going to
it's
summarize this.
something
It's
to
kind of a
consider.
lot, but it doesn't
What else
seem...
can you see? Interesting.
Oh, this one's easy.
With a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle. Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching. We've identified one of the footprints. A week.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve.
What do I? Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lean.
Indeed. Yes, everything fits so well. The lieutenant's eyes.
Either way. What else?
All right, let's talk to the kid here. We're almost done.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close.
Talk to this kid.
Kuno's got this.
If they ever.
Oh, yeah! Right.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes in it. The kid is obviously high.
Fuck that! The right, he should...
The fuck does
Oh
Kuno
my
know
goodness.
We shouldn't do anything. You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure, unfettered id. They will.
All right.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his... Look at that fuck does...
The lieutenant.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't
Oh
call
my
me
goodness.
Don't be wondering...
You can't help but know.
Dunno.
Kipped is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Semitic.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Kuno.
Yeah. What was she doing in the greenhouse? Fish is sometimes used to. Yes, it seems suspicious. You
Okay, there's a
don't
lot
like
here I'm
things
gonna
being
explain.
Like that.
That's just some shit,
He's hiding something,
pig.
but it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
It's always
Kuno trying...
Oh my goodness.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Help! Escalate! Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody...
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out.
Fucking logical. Help! No one?
Help! The pig's gagging!
You put him up to this yourself.
Listen to your friend. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck... Look,
For emphasis,
I know you...
relax. There's a dead body. Remember, that's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I know you're...
Kuno!
No,
Oh
you're not.
my goodness.
A peepo is a type of...
We're leaving. All right, here's what happened, okay? These kids know something, but they tried to, like, start
This
screaming,
trash
like,
container.
help, help, right? You know, like, we're doing something evil to them. We're not, okay? But they did say the gardener's suspicious, gave us a clue. That's about it. Is a lot of dialogue. Now, we also investigated the crime scene there briefly, and it was clear from the crime scene that... It was clear from the crime scene that something's not in order. Right? It's unclear if the body was killed before or after. There are at least 8 different people there. Hey, look, she's gone. Lady in the wheelchair here. There are at least 8 people at the crime scene. A lot of them were wearing work boots, and one of them was very heavy. We're not sure if it was someone very large or someone carrying the body, okay? And one of them was very, very light. It could have been kids, but it also could have been a woman. And based on the tread of the shoes, someone's been driving a car that they're putting their foot on sandpaper, which is what we saw on the car with the lady who just might actually be involved with the drug problem going on, right? Or they're not drugs, but ingredients to make drugs or whatever, right? It's a problem. It's a real problem. And the kids were tragic. Like, they were just not help at all. They were just the worst.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window. Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Oh, wonderful. Not until you bring...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carry.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
I wonder if he would have
Yes.
more money.
Well,
So we can either offer him the money, say sorry for your trouble, Or slam it down and say, I hope you choke.
Great, perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Bummer.
Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night.
20
If you
real?
don't have the
Time stops advancing after 2 in the morning. If you haven't paid for your room by then, it's game over.
Oh
Don't
my
leave
goodness.
finding money to the last minute, however. It's harder to make cash after nightfall when the shops are closed and the streets empty.
Well, that's intense.
I'll take a room here too.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else? Another thing. Great. I love them. Yes? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Your body is ready, sire.
All right, let's go to bed. Or let's go to our room and then talk to Kim. Yeah, the kids tried to like act like there was some tragedy going on. Like we had committed some crime by living. That's just not true. They're just harassing us for no reason, man. But not having 20 money to pay for a room, game over, that's brutal. I mean, that's really tough. Crime scene wasn't very helpful. I mean, we showed up a week late. I didn't think it would be, you know, since we showed up a week late. Now, I do think we'll put on the glasses for giggles, right? Just trying to see if they show up in our portrait. They do not. Okay, what about... whatever. What did the glasses have? -1 to authority. +1 to logic. It's fine. And I want to make sure we've got our tools. Nope. I like the bag and the flashlight. And we have an upgrade. 70 points for paying off our room. That's huge. Okay, so we have 2 health, 2 morale. I think they called it the second health thing. Let's go ahead and get some points into something. Let's put a point into perception. Gets it to 5. And something's going on here. I'm not sure what exactly. We're going to get into our room and then... Oh, wait, hold on. Can we open this door yet? Yeah. Do you think she'll open her door, the first lady we spoke to? I don't think so.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you. This door can only be opened with a...
Alright, that's fine. Head into our room and then hopefully talk to Kim again.
This is the door to...
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier.
Alright, let's talk about it. On the balcony, apparently? Sure.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment.
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost.
Hey, he smokes.
But I
Look at
also
that.
remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
How do you think today went, Kim?
Well, we didn't even look at the body.
I don't want to.
And there's still much to do at the crime scene, too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough.
It's all part of the plan, Kim. Relax.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. We weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
We weren't intending to.
We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. But fine, so be it. We learned some interesting things along the way. We have to get Joyce to talk to us. I have a feeling she knows how dangerous the situation really is. But we also have to be careful about what we share with her.
I agree.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try and keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those heels.
Our stupid shoes.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our options, huh?
They're quite limited, actually. the power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Sounds like the kind of thing you could take advantage of real easily.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Why only 1,000?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Okay.
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
And what happens when someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couronne and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Wonder if I've killed anyone. Or we can say, what if I have to kill someone? Kim, have you killed someone? Oh my goodness, this is tough.
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
How about your precinct?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact.
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. The coalition government. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed
Oh my
to form.
goodness.
It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
All right, tell me about the Moral Intern.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across
What is their
Real
symbol?
Belt. Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Interesting.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
What do you think of them, Kim?
The Moral Intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Technocrats, interesting term.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores
Who's this
Day.
Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of
Okay.
human... Do you?
I wasn't ready for this. I do not have an opinion on this abstract philosophical topic.
My kind of police officer.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Monday is over.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsaragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts.
Interesting.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any...
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Hey, thanks, Kim.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
We survived our first day. That's incredible. So we put a point into perception, but we are the thinker. So maybe we need to put a point into thinking. Logic for analysis. Rhetoric for conversation. Drama for undercover cops. Maybe. What's half-light? Shoot now, ask questions later. Electrochemistry, physical, muscle, knuckle. Oh, goodness. Pain threshold. Nah, it's not us, right? Do we go another point in the logic? Hand-eye coordination. Trick shooters and jugglers? That's not really us. Well, we're going to put another point of the reaction speed. You know, its reaction speed is agility of your body and mind, right? There we go. We'll take that. What a great day. I mean, Kim really summed it up. We did get kind of a lot accomplished, but we also kind of have a lot to go. On one hand, we really have just more questions than answers. But on the other hand, we actually have got a couple of good leads. We know that someone called us, right? Someone phoned into the police and said, hey, we need help here. We genuinely need help. We know that there's quite a few mysteries going on in the sense that, like, the kitchen in this building has a door that's locked. You know, the union is making unreasonable demands on purpose. I will see you in the morning, Kim. What's on the fan?
The fan stands still.
Let's pull on the fan.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens.
Great. All right. I think all in all, this was a good first day. We met Joyce. We got her half. I think tomorrow we'll try and meet up with the union.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look...
Okay, we're not going in then. How about that? Kim left us. Ooh, okay. Do things change if Kim isn't here? Because I said we have to sleep by 2 a.m., but what if we don't? Is there anything we can interact with? Like, do things change if Kim isn't here? Probably not. I bet the room next to ours is Kim's. We're going to really quick ask her a question.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Why are you in the greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring.
Oh.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
What nutrients?
Nitrogen and sulfur mostly.
From the snow?
And whatever factories and aerostatics exhale too,
We're going to squint our eyes and look at her.
All you can see is the fact that her skin is a different color from yours. That's literally all. You're gonna have to run with that.
Man, we're so dumb. All right, you're black.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's my only option.
I don't know. Whatever's on the radio, I guess. What does this have to do with snow or gardening in March?
You listen to disco?
I'm gonna say no. If you don't have anything normal to say, I had since the street signs messed up. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Okay, that was weird. The other thing I really wanna find out is down here. How do we get through this, right? Like, how do we get this bridge to move? Because if I recall, Joyce set this up on purpose. I wonder if we can talk to Joyce this late. I don't think we can. But if we can, I want to know. Number one. In addition, you gotta wonder if... Oof. You gotta wonder if we're somehow in more danger than we can at first tell. For example... Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta ask Joyce some questions maybe about reality. Forgot about that. She's still here at midnight.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
What does that mean?
For the big time.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
Ah.
It's quite easy. Those would be... Oh.
She likes the totality of it.
Indeed. Did they ever? Yes. The Insulindian deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist.
Okay, hold on.
Yes. Him and tens of those would... Oh.
She likes the
Indeed. Did they ever? Yes. Lots of... The real king abdicated.
Okay.
Yes. Him and tens of thousands
so
of
this is just world building.
The liberals got the mineral rights. Liberals are... Some were rich. They didn't win.
She's one of them. Of course.
Okay, let's follow this one of these. Okay, so after the war, the liberals got the mineral rights. And mineral rights are everything. She says liberals are usually middle-class people or gentry, right? So royalty of some kind. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. If you joined the revolution and you were wealthy, you did well. They didn't win, they survived. She says, we are the last ones standing.
To foreign intervention. The coalition. The liberals, the coalition, the moralists, at least not this is...
Okay. The colour of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the centre. The turn of the revolution. It wasn't a who. It made people.
Oh my
of course.
goodness.
It was a funny...
From Revachol. Why? You and I, a city, the zone of control, modernity.
51.
Time flies. The 20s or the 30s.
All that
this is all
yes.
history.
And welcome to reality.
In the past.
Baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
They picked the winning side. Perhaps it wouldn't have turned... I would have sided. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial.
Okay, hold on.
So I suppose... Good question. What would you have done differently?
Mineral rights.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. They are what they are, anyway. And
not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
All right. Tell me more about yourself. You.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Okay, so there's a revolution and she ended up on the right side of history, which means she didn't get shot in the head as the losers died and the winners divvied up the world. The mineral rights were the most important thing, and whoever had access to those mineral rights is essentially in power right now. That's the gist of all of it. There's quite a bit more to it than that, but it was, you can pause it, you can slow it down. There's a lot of dialogue about historical events that happened before now that aren't super pertinent in this run.
I am an ultra.
It's an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
What's an ultra?
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind.
What's the bad thing there?
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. We surrendered the nation to financier pirates. No sane person identifies as ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. I can see we're not so different, you know. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
We're gonna say, I forgive you because you're so charming.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Oh my goodness.
That dialect is Ubisunt. You recognize it's a quote from somewhere. A play written way back in the Franco.
We're going to quote the play back to her and persuades them to addict themselves to his services.
Ah, maybe you remember more than you let on. Despite whatever brain damage the alcohol may have inflicted.
We tease her.
I hope we're able to continue as friends, despite my scaly bulk and my intimidating liberal credentials. This was not the plan all along.
Sure.
When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Quote, by virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. What would you have done different if you could have?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker.
While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washing it clean, lights go up and motor carriages circulate the tracks.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched.
Oh my goodness.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
A patriot, huh?
Yes. I suppose I am. Perhaps.
You're no dummy yourself. And the crown on your head as you lay in the casket.
So, daughters.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
No, thank you. Before we tell her everything, I want Kim here. That was actually a really good conversation. As it officially, we got our reality check done, which is good. We got it done on Monday, 1 minute before midnight. I want to come back here with Kim. I want him to be part of the conversation where we kind of let things unfold. I think that's important. In addition, she just gave a lot of world building, like a lot of world building. That's neat stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to even remember that tomorrow. You know, we're going to go to bed. We're going to try and solve this murder. We're going to try and get our way through this without getting killed. And I think that might actually be kind of hard. We've already died once or twice to a heart. Oh, look, the gardener's gone. That's suspicious. I think that's going to be a little harder than I had first thought. I know we died to a heart attack, a little unlucky, but I really do wonder if we don't end up getting ourselves in a very dangerous position. Oh, she's still here at night. Wow.
The woman is...
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Of course.
The Boyadero. Boya, for sure.
It's an old ball. Of course.
In the background.
Right. I was kind of hoping there'd be something
strongest
there.
is beloved, and you have to understand. A true Boyadero needs...
All right, we're going to let it go. So, I really like that it exists and it's there to be engaged with, but I'm just not super drawn to it. I'm much more interested in the murder mystery, right? Like, can we solve it? And Kim gave us some heat. He's like, you didn't even look at the body. We have these gloves to check it out. I don't want to do that. It sounds gross. Come on. You know, we're not messing with the body. And the Union, I mean, they are up to their eyeballs in some real suspect stuff. Oh, the kitchen closes. Look at that. I was kind of hoping we could play with the pinball machine. Alright, we will, I guess, go to bed. But we need to find somewhere to sleep tomorrow night. I don't want to keep spending money on this place, man. We knock on their door. We're just the worst neighbor.
Still nothing.
You think Kim's in this one? Completely locked. Alright, alright. We're going to double check this bathroom door again. Alright, we will pass to the next day. I think it is time. I feel like this was a productive day one. We've got a little bit of spending money. We can afford to sleep here the next day if we need to. We've got some leads to follow. We've got some clues. I think the map's going to open up a little bit more tomorrow, and we're going to assess things then.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
We go to sleep.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Roll over.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind.
We're sleeping.
Part of your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until you.
Okay, this is weird. I don't think we should be here. Oh, we cannot walk through this fog. So I guess we're in a dream. And our dream's leading us to the crime scene. Whether we want to go here or not, we do not. The crime scene's looking very disco. This is weird. The garbage can's open. The body hanging there with the globe is our body. That's not right. And this door is open on the right. This is not at all how this is. Our dream has changed everything. And that's us. With the disco ball.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
No.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
What?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs?
I don't know.
That's right, funky baby. Tell me, where are your friends?
I don't know.
No, it's gone. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
Okay.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them.
What?
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that.
What?
I can't help you. Why?
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad.
What?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
I don't like this. Why is this so weird? Why can't we just wake up rested? Why does it have to be like, you know, spooky dreams and everything? I don't know how to get up. Man, our head hurts.
Good going, buddy.
What was that dream?
Oh, just a dream.
What's going on with me?
Like that all the
What's
time.
going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
What is going on in electrochemistry?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster.
Whoa.
Time to get some more.
We're full of slow.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
No, I'm not going looking for speed.
Are you sure? ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days. Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
This is our darkest inner thoughts here, trying to convince us that we need this substance to keep us running. We're good being slow, man. We're going to make it.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man.
Dude. Brutal. Door's still locked? How are we looking today?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Wait. We can use our chain cutters to affect the faucet, it said? No way. It's been running the whole time.
On the bathroom wall.
50-50 shot.
Your face. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place.
We do it.
You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Hey, the faucet isn't running anymore. Look at that. That's awesome. And flashlight. Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore.
All right, there's an
It's your
8%
face in the
chance we can fix the
adorned
creepy
with
face.
The expression. It's too late. Like an image on film.
All right, if we want to fix that, we need to put a point into electrochemistry. Can we fix the fan?
Stands still. The lights are on. The switch must be broken because nothing happens.
Yeah, we still can't turn the fan on. Check the window.
The window stands broken. The morning light hurts your...
All right, well, it's a new morning. It is officially day 2. I don't know what to do now that Monday's over, other than try and follow more leads. It is kind of an awkward spot to be. We missed Kim already. Let's go out on the balcony. It's how we started day 1. I just feel better with starting on the balcony for our day, okay? I know. Oh, look, there's somebody on the roof up there. Hey, it's the lady who was smoking before. How do we get on that roof? Wonder if we need to go to the building next door. Huh.
The door... This door can still...
All right, what about the door next to us? I bet it's Kim, right? Did he rent a room? What if we're holding the crowbar? Does that change anything with these doors? Nope. Okay. What about the door in our room here? We're holding a crowbar. No. Changes nothing. We'll hold on to the crowbar for now. That's fine. Okay. The good news is we have enough money to make it to the next day. What is this? We walked by a newspaper. There's no news. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, the union's in town. Look at this. Kim somewhere. Okay. Welcome to day 2. We put the crowbar away. We are 5 points from a level up, which is awesome. All right. Let's go talk to Kim if we can. We're actually stuck on something. I don't know how to unstuck us. Maybe it's the crowbar? Yeah, I don't know. We can't move. It crashed on us again here. It's just there's been quite a few of these bugs. I've mostly edited all of them out. But there's just weird interactions that we can't move. We can't move at all. We can interact with stuff, we can open menus, but we are unable to move. Well, now we can. What is this? Hi, Kim.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
And we can move now. Okay. That was weird. I guess we just need to wait for Kim to notice us. So maybe not a bug. We're gonna hold on to our crowbar for a minute and let's talk to the old boy.
Can I help you?
Now, let's talk to the zoologist lady.
Just a moment.
This is the zoologist's wife. Wonder where the zoologist is.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
How you doing?
Oh, please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Interesting. Why wouldn't it be working?
The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Who's Gary?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
Yeah.
This is something to look into later.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed, I was also hoping
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Her husband's missing?
That's just it. This isn't like him
Her husband's
at all.
missing.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine.
You have more important things to worry about.
Yeah, but a missing
More
person?
important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
What was your husband working on? Why would he go missing? Maybe they're connected.
Just some field work, sweetie. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to...
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Tell me more about Gary.
Oh, sweetie. Gary's as loyal as they come. Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
I don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation...
Yes, some left field sign.
Okay, yeah.
Let him know. Oh, you're such a dear.
So,
Thank you, sweetie.
her husband's missing, but he was on the other side of the water lock, which we know is lifted, like the bridge, which is why all those cars are trapped. Okay, so we agreed to help her look for him, okay? And we gave her a little peace of mind that he's probably okay, but the phones are down and he's just literally can't get across. We're going to punch through this dialogue about him unless there's anything specific.
Oh, sweetie, it's...
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Okay, hold on.
Ah, yes.
Where are other phadsmids? Hence it's...
To be honest,
so they're looking
this
for a
animal sounds
cryptid.
like a cryptid.
I smell pseudoscience.
It's simply elusive.
Establishment. I thought so.
Well, some teenage... Of course, most...
Enthusiasm.
Okay.
I suppose I have something of a... Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reef. Oh, dear. Morel can explain it all much better. Oh, dear.
What does your
I'm
husband
not
look
sure
like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
So looking for a cryptid, which might be a fictitious creature, some kind of stick bug.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Tell us more about him.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
Okay, that's not bad.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him. even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
Okay.
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary via dating agency. We hit it off, and
She's skipping over some important parts.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, yeah.
It's a pseudo.
That's...
She's...
My apologies.
Okay,
not
okay.
searching.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline. But you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced.
We don't have time for cryptozoology 101.
Okay, here's the bottom line. Her husband is a scientist in a branch of science that is not respected, understood, or even believed to be real. He's missing, but he might be okay. We're going to hopefully be able to find him in the near future. That's the gist of it. Find the cryptozoologist morale. All right, she's missing. He's got some white hair, rough hands. He's a little shorter than us, longer hair. He's got field gear, and we got to level up. We are going to put this one into... I don't know. In composure. Seems like fun. And check on anything new in the kitchen. Thinly sliced tomatoes.
The man ponders his cooking utensils.
You know what's behind the door,
gives you a
Mr.
little
Kitchen
nod.
Guy?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging. And shrugging is an international sign for no.
Check if the door's open.
You see a heavy steel. The door, the cobalt, old it leads to a side build.
All right, so it's still locked up tight. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Why was
Can
he
I
being
help you?
Why was he being weird?
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Mr. Cafeteria Manager, why exactly were you being suspicious about the phone line being down?
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
You think someone cut your phone line on purpose?
Who told you that?
I'm not telling you.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill.
Why is the kitchen suddenly off limits?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
Yeah, the kitchen's relevant to our investigation.
He wasn't pan-fried. He was lit. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You could... Yes?
Okay, so the good news is we got more information about the case. It might have seemed like a small interaction, right? But the facts are we took the time to talk to the cryptozoologist's wife, find out that he's missing and she can't call him. But she mentions just in passing that this guy, the manager, is being suspicious about why the phones are down. We confront him about it, and he's like, okay, look, right around the time of the murder, someone cut our phone line. Remember yesterday we talked to him and said, hey, who called in the murder? He said, I don't know. He could have told us that the phone line was cut right around when the murder happened, right? That's super relevant to our investigation. Someone's actively working to cover that up. He doesn't mention it at all. If we don't talk to her about her husband, we don't have that dialogue with him and know that someone cut the phone line. That's huge. I mean, at least I think it's huge. This was a planned murder, or this wasn't unorganized, you know? Oh, here's the gardener. She says Everett isn't paying me enough for this. Look at the gardener. She's not a gardener.
Let me handle this. Officer Discotheque? Still wondering if we listen to disco? We don't, by the way.
What?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I just wanted to know what kind of music you listen to.
Sure. You were curious. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Okay.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
I didn't even know I was looking for him.
That's Titus. talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Tell him, Kim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
No, seriously, what kind of music do you listen to?
She looks as if pondering whether to answer or not, but then shakes her head.
Seriously?
Slightly.
Seriously?
Anodic dance music. You wouldn't get it.
Come on, dance music's practically disco.
No, not disco. Disco is undead.
What?
I guess it's fair to say you guys have it on life support.
Hey, a lot of people out there appreciate a good disco.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, dance music is basically disco.
No, not disco. I guess it's fair to say Guillaume Dallerman.
Guillaume Dallerman is a reference to the Northern themed action adventure. Sorry.
No.
Okay,
No.
anything
I
else
guess
we
it's
can
fair
get from
to
her
say you
about
guys have
disco?
it on life support.
Guillaume Dallerman. Sorry.
I will. No, not disco. I guess it's fair to say you guys. I will.
Tell me about the music you like.
It's beyond the horizon for you.
Rude.
She means it's part of the future you won't experience.
What if I want to enjoy your music?
There is nothing a determined man could not achieve.
All right, let's move forward.
Let's.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
It might be true that some of these people are only dock workers, but some of these people are also murderers. Some of these people are actively engaged in moving substances that are highly addictive through their ports. Some of these people are looking the other way when they're supposed to. Some of these people are bullies and thieves. Some of these people might just be dock workers, but her blanket sweeping, category of they're just dock workers. Not true. We wouldn't be here if that was the case.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Get 'em, Kim.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
I think the 20 fat men are either the government or the White Oaks Council.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Titus likes that. A tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his drink.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
So, is the Union planning an armed uprising?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Man, we're going to be all in her business if we can.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
What are you going to do to me, huh, if I don't? Yeah, Lieutenant is not liking what we said. Quiet, Kim, quiet. We're working here.
What are we going to do to you?
She starts to laugh. It's a long, cold laugh, devoid of any joy.
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Now, on paper, that might be true, and in practice, you might have members who are involved in the labor, but you also have members that are a part of a crime syndicate who are in power of this union.
Goddamn right it is.
Titus is like super hyped for this woman.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
What exactly is your role again, Elizabeth?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
It says she crosses her arms. Nah, I'm just here to bother you. What if we want to talk to you and not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
I feel like we should arrest her. Can we talk again?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Crosses her arms again. Her little dialogue's like, this is what I studied law for. Apparently. This is what you studied law for. It's on the ground here. A spitball. Nice. The window. Hawthorn bushes outside. Titus, you were told to keep a low profile. Interesting. Anyone else we can interact with in here before we head out? It's all about money. All right, thanks, guy. We were a full 100. We're a full 100 gold away from being able to... Now, we're going to come back to Titus after we talk to Joyce. We're a full 100 gold away from being able to... Who's this? Reading a book outside at the shop? Working. Hey, is that a good book?
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Oh, okay.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Yeah, why aren't you working then?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books.
Oh, good,
Even
good.
a working class woman, it is.
We have such weird dialogue. I'm the police. No, I'm a police.
I know you are.
Cool.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Well, do you need any help?
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Is your husband missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
Oh, where could he be?
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
How about your children?
No, absolutely not.
So, where are the children?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're smoking? You left your kids at home?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them
Are you
from
sure?
everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is... Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party.
No, you told me they were home. Now you say they're at a party. We're just hassling you.
There is no investigation here.
Okay, it must be asked then. What are you doing here? Why are you pursuing this? Is it a hunch?
I gotta tell you, Logic. I don't know, but there's something in my gut saying that we're gonna stumble into someone like this who's gonna know something.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
So is your cockatoo missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but...
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
All right, come on, tell me about the cockatoo.
I don't even have a cockatoo.
I knew
and
it.
Guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Fine, you're not missing a cockatoo? Fine.
Great.
One more question. Just kidding.
Wonderful.
That's all for now. I'll let you get back to your reading.
The woman before you nods.
I'm telling you, we're going to stumble into someone like this who knows something. And maybe it's not her, but somebody here knows something that's just not being said. I'm also a little concerned we haven't found any more bottles to pick up because we need to pay for our room for a night. There's almost nothing to loot. We almost have enough money to make it to the next day, but there's nothing to even interact with to like earn an extra $1. Has me super nervous about like the nights. I think it's starting to snow, so I really don't want to sleep outside. We're going to go back to Joyce, tell her what we found about the ring here, okay? And, oh, she's still here. There we go. Look, she's got a drink in her hand, probably something warm.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke to the lorrymen at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
We have some conclusions, but no real answers.
Yes. And
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Man, Kim jumped in quick on that.
of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Remember, she had some answers about the hanging and how it's connected to the Union bust, but she wouldn't give them to us unless she had our badge numbers and our name, which we don't have our badge or our name. However, we did investigate a problem her company, the Pines people, are having, which is that there's illegal shipments of materials to make addictive chemicals that they want stopped or hunted down, right? So, fess up, Joyce. How's the Union bus connected to this murder?
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
A bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Are you serious?
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Man, Kim knows things, huh? Nobody told us anything.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Or maybe someone told us and we just forget. So, tell me the connection exactly. What do you think, Kim? What do you think, Joyce? What's going on here, huh? What do you guys think is going on?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
You think that's who has killed her security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Remember, we were told that the murder was a mercenary was killed.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Okay. So you came here with 3 mercenaries and they don't really work well with you, and one of them might be dead.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Well, I feel like they should stick out like a sore thumb. Ceramic armor, semi-automatic weapons. They don't know how to behave in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit.
Seriously?
This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
This is the story. We don't know any of that's remotely true.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Allegedly.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
This is very suspicious.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
This is bad.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
So let's be clear here. She came here with 3 mercenaries whose sole job was to try and make sure the Union follows the direction the company wants. However, one of the mercenaries was accused of a horrific crime, dragged out back, and killed. We don't know if the crime took place or not. But we do know the 2 remaining mercenaries are more or less ignoring her and conducting their own investigation to decide how many Union members they should kill. This is way outside of Joyce's problem in the sense that she didn't kill anyone. She didn't ask for these people to be here. They're not even listening to her. But darn, Joyce is going to be the major scapegoat here. Like, we're saving her bacon big time. Maybe we can team up with these militant guys.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put...
While she says this, she's like grabbing hold for like support of her boat, like she's like shaking.
If you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Sure.
The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
Huh.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
I feel like we should get some armor.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Kind of a bleak scenario, Joyce.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit, those are some problems we're working through. The whole nameless, badgeless, gunless, mistakeless. You know, we're trying to sober up a little bit, see if we can get our stuff back, huh?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Okay, hold on. A couple of dialogue choices here. We got a level up and a new quest of some kind here. Not sure. There it is. Actually, I don't know what it is. For our level up, I kind of like the idea of going reaction speed, but maybe we go composure. Composure enables you to put up a strong front and keeps your emotions hidden, and it helps you read the body language of others. I don't know. But we're very low on suggestion. And maybe we're going to have to be a little more diplomatic than I at first thought. So I think we might put a point there. It says a total of 1 from learn skill, +1 for psyche base, -1 from items. Whoops. Okay. Where are the remaining mercenaries right now, Joyce?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
I don't care.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
It'd still be good for us to know where they are so we don't at least stumble into them.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Interesting. We've got an 83% chance to try and move this forward with her helping us a little more. We're going to go for it. We cannot retry this.
One must be at the harbor gates, causing trouble, directing strike breakers, perhaps. You can hear the sounds of the ruckus coming from there all the time.
There you go.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
You know, Joyce, I think one's probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Practically.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have it?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
I think the other one's probably around the gates, huh?
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Good question, Kim. Well, good and open-ended on this one.
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
Well said, Kim. Well said. We like this Kim guy.
I hope I can answer it better.
You said the deceased, the murderer we're here to investigate, assaulted a woman. Why should we believe that's true?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
We've met the canal teenagers, huh?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal.
What do these teenagers say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
Yeah, I love a good rumor, huh?
The lieutenant consults his notebook. His
odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching.
Yeah, that's true. I like how Kim checked his notebook and thought before he talked, right? He's like been writing down when like pertinent information has come up. She's literally the first person to mention this, and it does stand out as very odd.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
I'm not sure that's true.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
I don't think it's true. And if it is true, we need to like prove that's true. Who was the woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
How well did you know the colonel?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
She didn't know his name, huh?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me more about this Lely.
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Okay.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the... If you mean Lely.
Tell me about the other one.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Okay. You think our neighbor could be one of them?
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a small pang of regret in her voice as she realizes she can't even remember what his eyes looked like.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
So it doesn't seem like she's been dishonest with us. She's definitely not shared everything she knew, but to be fair, she didn't have a good reason to share it.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50.
What else?
In a way, it was humanizing.
Right.
He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury.
What else can you tell me about Krenel?
That's not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eendracht,
A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions, and such.
Sure.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Right.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
Interesting.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
It might be worth doing, at least trying.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of information in the world.
I mean, if they don't have it, who would, right?
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Do you have any way to contact your immediate boss and have them call this whole mercenary thing off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Yeah, that's tough.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
How much time do you think we have, Joyce?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
Sure.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
I think that's everything. It does not bring me joy. I don't know why our map got like updates, but I think we need to talk to the union guys a little more. I think we're actually like at our limit here without really getting involved with the union. I'd kind of like to talk to those like foul-mouthed kids again, those teenagers that won't stop just screaming obscenities about nothing. I kind of wonder what they... Who's this guy? Yeah, nothing. These boys are still here throwing their balls. We'll let them be for the minute. Oh, hold on. We had a thought. Well, you know what? We're going to ask them about the assault if we can. I don't think it happened. Like someone would have mentioned that.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston.
René. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Can I have a bite of your sandwich because I'm a weirdo?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft.
This guy knows how to make a good sandwich, huh?
In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
We're going to start begging for a bite of this sandwich? Oh my goodness, please a bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
We're just bullying this old man for a sandwich? Come on, man, share it.
Fuck off! It's mine!
What?
A glimmer of respect flashes in René's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
I like it. I like it. We're just pressing him.
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Oh my goodness. What do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
See, nothing about some random assault.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I...
Then help them, you wimp.
He means caviar.
I wish I could.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying.
I'm not.
Of course.
We're just pressing him harder.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it?
You
Is
union
that
member,
okay,
Gaston?
René? Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member.
Here we go.
I attend meetings and parties. Help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
So he's a member of the union. And he says in many ways I'm an honorary member. It's kind of a weird phrasing.
Oh, yes.
So you're not really a member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But Evrard keeps me on the payroll. Just for the little things.
Look at that. They're paying this man for something. For what little things? Huh? What kind of little things, old boy?
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the union. He doesn't know anything. Because no one tells him anything.
See, he might not know anything, but he might have heard something. He might have seen something that is relevant in some way.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire
Well,
life
just
on
curious, what are the little things you do
Never
for the
committed
union,
to
though? What are those
anything.
little things?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words. People say.
Really? You write some things?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Remember, Everart's the leader of the union.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple.
Tell me more about
You should be
Everard.
ashamed.
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
You were their school teacher? Gaston.
What do you know about history?
The old soldier mumbles
I
something.
like how
under
Renee
his
here
breath
is Gaston's
and
only
turns to
friend,
face
and he
the sea.
just says mean things. Renee's kind of the worst.
There he stands.
Let's try not to get caught in the crossfire.
You like the term caviar socialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in.
What about freedom? Money?
I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want.
Mon Dieu.
Hold on.
Officer, I have a vivid imagination.
He just fluffs it.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any...
I prefer...
I just want to make sure we didn't miss something
I
here
don't
with
even
him.
consider myself a regular just...
Mon Dieu.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals.
There's a
You'll have this case
14%
wrapped up in
chance,
no
17% chance we eat his sandwich. We're going for it.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
Oh, we're getting political. Renee's going to love this.
This right here is political.
Gotta tell you, your sandwich is a tool of the oppressor.
What? What oppressors?
Kim, stay out of this, man. We're going off the rails. We haven't been this sober in a very long time. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We're kind of panicking.
I am not going to listen to this comic connery.
I'm just saying we're a little self-destructive here.
Huh?
All right, here we go. Did you make this sandwich yourself?
Yes, officer.
Gaston proudly displays this culinary miracle. Isn't it significant? Still, this sandwich has an overabundance. That's obviously evil.
I really don't understand how my sandwich could...
Wouldn't you rather eat a sandwich free of the the rich in their guilty baggage.
I would rather just have this one, officer. It's really good.
I can't believe we're going on about this sandwich.
Tell this lost comrade what the people's sandwich would be like. Distill the essence of the working man in a sandwich.
Come on, man. Imagine a sandwich. Absolutely minimal, sleek, efficient, simple. A sandwich of the people, for the people.
The skepticism emanating from the Merry Senior could be sensed all the way to the Seminine Isles.
Yeah, he doesn't love communism.
He's not imagining it.
Come on. Melting butter like the yellow sun shining on the backs of workers.
I don't hate worker food. Look, officer, I like different classic food. Fine dining, not worker backs. Please, just drop it.
He doesn't eat worker food. Oh, their food isn't good enough for him. All right, bye, Gaston. We're actually out of it. Let's talk to Rene. He's going to love this.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
All right, tell me about the hangman in the backyard.
Unfortunately, I don't.
You know nothing?
In Martinez, the union is the law. Cop is a...
He doesn't know about the crime.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the people. No, man.
The RCM doesn't unlike man.
I'm glad at least some people keep it. A soup decisive a nation.
Nothing new here?
Decisively, without fear of offending the revolution.
Don't get...
The carabiner doesn't.
Right.
Okay. I just really want to see if there's anything different.
There's something you missed. You will get to it.
Now that we know...
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
Uh-oh. My stomach is growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
What vow?
The vows of blood and flesh.
What?
No. When the blood and flesh call, there is no discarding them. Speak true. Do you like the hard stuff?
Yo, crazy stomach talking. What's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
Tell me about this fascism.
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachel's problems?
The liberals.
Yes, them. But also women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Okay, I think we agreed with something that Renee said over there. And Renee's all about, like, some insanity. And our stomach woke up and is like, yo, look out for this. Ah! I click continue.
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know.
Am I having some kind of disembodied experience, stomach?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Okay, I'm having a stomach truth. Why am I getting a stomach truth?
Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
What if we rename fascism to traditionalism?
Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking.
We are the thinker.
That sounds much better. Traditionalism.
Okay.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
Nah.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver.
Ouch, a liver punch by my own stomach? The betrayal.
It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Dude, we already pledged to some other cause. Oh, mercy. Is my health bar about to tick down? So I got a weird forced save there. That was spooky. I think we go back and talk to Titus, try and get to the bottom of some of this. With the Union. What's that about? was kind of hoping Joyce had a little more for us, but that might be it. We'll have to talk to the little lady here. I mean, she needs a talking to, obviously.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay.
Why are you wasting your time?
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Are they?
So you were spying on us?
Listen, you Moralington lackeys.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your... Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
Elizabeth here dropping the truth bombs. Look at her. Get sober, do your job, ask your questions, and leave. Oh, man, she's got us hardcore. We're trying to get sober, but our stomach like woke up and tried to bully us.